Welcome back once again. We are playing Bravely Default Flying Fairy HD Remaster. Oh yeah, Fett! How are you doing? I hope you're having a good night. We're going after some dragons tonight. We've got a lot of dragons to slay. They're a little bit long fights. That's probably what we're going to be doing for pretty much this night. If last night is any way to judge. However, I'm going to try something a little bit different on the first dragon. I'm going to try fighting it a little bit different way than what we fought last night and see how it works. We'll find out. We'll find out. Queen Zelda, how's it going? Let's switch over. Here we go. There we are. Oh, hello. I'm not here. Now I'm here. There we are. Okay, we're back here. I came back here to do some work on some other characters so that we can get some abilities of theirs turned on, put this back at 100% where it belongs. But here's what we're doing. We're going to go out and see if we can fight them in a new way. We need to go out up here, though. We're going to do this, and we're going to go, whoops, 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 whoops. We do have to fix that. I need to fix their secondaries. They can all have super secondaries. Complaining about a game they played the other day. It was kind of bad. Oh no! All right. Job? No. Abilities? Here we go. Sword Master's fine. In case we need it. We should be able to do some crazy stuff here. We should be able to go White Mage, keep Miscellany. Whoops, not White Mage. There we go. Now we should be able to have a little bit wider range of options with this particular build. We're going to see if it works. So what game were they playing? Do this brave, and then that, and then attack. Campsite Hustle. Okay, I've not heard of that one. There we go. Now that's how we're going to do this. Or what we're going to attempt to do. Hey, how's it going? Considering the second Bravely game for next game, yes, because we're playing it's a series. Anytime I play a series, I like to just keep the games going and putting the next game on the list. So yes, the next game for this series will go on the list. How's the dragon hunt going? We are just getting ready to start the second one. Oh, I'll tell you something else I found out while I was running around doing some things. We got a cool item. I picked up a cool item here. The golden egg. Gives up XP and JP, but doubles Peach, right? They cost 200,000. Don't bother buying more than one because they don't stack. I bought two just to try it. They don't stack. Sims like, and it's a campsite one. Oh, that's cool. Let's save since I'm standing right here before I go into this fight. Here it comes! Alright, what kind of dragon do we have this time? just a Ladon. It's a dragon. We don't know what he is. Okay. First. I think it's Earth. Alright, cool. And attack. You get captain. Yes, that's the rule. Oh yeah, that was a nice hit. That was a nice hit. Okay, now that we've examined it. I don't want to repeat because Tiz needs to be attacking and not examining every turn. There we go. Now, even though we have this up, I'm going to do this to try to set up the auto. We might be able to just auto this thing all the way to the ground. I think this is what you call cheese. For a single. Does it? We can still dodge the other, can't we? We'll find out. Here we go. Evidently not. Well, maybe we did. You get the dodge just not count, which is all that really matters with the speed that we're going. We could go. There we go. That was serious cheese right there. That was even more cheese than what we did last night. That was insanity. Let's see if it holds up for the rest. If it does, this is crazy.
You won.
You have defeated my guardian. Very well. I shall grant you the Earth Keystone.
That's 2.
All right. 4 more to go.
Way to break the single target, right? Like, man, if you're only facing off with one guy, that's just nuts. the power of the cheese. We're all about that cheesiness. Which ones have I done? I did this one. Gotta remember where they're all at, so that's the problem. Just going searching. Here's one.
Here it comes!
All right, we got a big blue one now. We have to start slow in order to do our examine. Here, before I do this, let me go in here. And can we save that? There is a way to save it. Set to commands. Oops, that's not what it is. Copy? Here. And let's just rename this while we're here. Oops. Change name to Dagron. Can we just type it in? Hello, there we go. Dragon cheese. Okay. This. Examine him. Very carefully. Yeah, this is ridiculous. And then it does just crazy damage on the counterattack. Almost 4,500 on the counter. Life this would have, but it seems like it's taking a little bit longer. It's no more difficult, but it's taking longer. And done. Look at that. Tiz about to max out Ninja.
You won.
How is turntables?
You have defeated my guardian. Very well.
I don't think it is a 50-50
I
chance.
shall grant you the water keystone.
Let me check.
All right. 3 more to go.
All right. So if we go to our abilities here. Raise BP by 1 when evading an enemy attack. is all it says. Doesn't say if it's a chance to raise BP by 1. And then our counters get really high because of this. Comeback Kid. Because we don't counter the AoEs, but we still dodge them, it makes the counter that much stronger when we finally get to land it. Oh yeah, crazy, right? And then the transients lets you counter every time you evade. So you're getting BP when you evade, you're countering when you evade, you're getting stronger when you evade. It's just insane. And then you're using the ninja ability to guarantee you evade every time. So then we pump it up to 4 times the speed, and it should go really fast. Like we should rocket through the next one. No, there's a mouse cursor on the screen. Yuck. I think I've told you guys I will cheese in if I can find a way to cheese it. I will cheese it.
Here it comes!
Hey, this is just a standard old dragon. So I was trying to cheese gold or peach making. Sadly, they don't stack. I'm really disappointed in that. Okay, weak to fire. Wait, did I forget it on somebody? I did. I forgot to do it on, that's not good. So we did examine him, so. For 9,000. I swore I just saw that pop up, but it's going so fast I couldn't tell. This is a level of insanity, like, beyond what I was expecting to be able to reach. Heal. Yes. Yes, that's a good plan.
You have defeated my guardian. Very well. I shall grant you the Wind Keystone.
All right, 2 more to go.
And the best part is, I didn't even mention this. This is one of the best parts. We don't have to we're not stuck with like using Bushido and Ninja. We can have whatever secondary job we want. So I can keep White Maid or White Magic on yes, so that we can continue to heal. I kind of expected this to take a lot longer. Like I figured even going faster like we were, it would still be like take at least half of the night. It'll take me half the night, but it'll locate the other two because I'm not sure where they're at. I've never been to this big crescent island. Did I do this one? I think I did this one, right? My map is, I'm kind of confused on my map here. I think over here, this other continent is the one I haven't been to.
Here it comes!
Weak to water. And go. This is working out so fast. I love it. Duh. What's weird is water in this game is all ice, right? You would think that ice would be weak to fire too. Turn it up to an 11. Well, you got me started thinking about how I was going to cheese the game.
We won.
You have defeated my guardian. Very well. I shall grant you the Fire Keystone.
All right, one more to go.
One more. Just have to find it. It's over here in the lava. Uh-oh. I don't know where the last one is. One by Juliana Wood. I don't even remember necessarily where Juliana Woods was. Oh, the light dragon. There's a tree. That's the hut. There's a cave. Oh, there it is. There it is.
Here it comes!
All right. Last one. We may have to change weapons in this fight, because I may have a light sword equipped. light sword equipped. The Excalibur, I think. Did I not examine him? Whoops. Different weapon. There we go. Poor dragon.
We won.
You have defeated my guardian. Very well. I shall grant you the Light Keystone.
I wonder how many bosses this cheese will work on.
All right. We have them all now. Let's return to Vampire Castle with haste.
Dragon Slayer achievement accomplished. Six dragon fangs. Oh, yeah. Good point. And I should probably save at this point, now that we've gone through all the dragons. Where we at, money-wise? 75,000. My next goal will be 500,000. Did I save? I'll save it as a new slot, just to be sure. Alright. All the way back up here. Went the long way instead of just going around the edge of the world. Much smarter. Now you couldn't land this over here, I don't believe. We have to land here and run around. Oh, what's going on? Oops, don't land here.
It seems we won't be docking here. Take us to Southmore. To the south!
Here. Now the question is, can we use the same cheese on everybody? Probably not, because if they attack magic, we won't be able to block or dodge magic. All the vampire, I don't even know. I don't even know what vampire abilities we get. You can use it on the upcoming... Okay, let's give it a shot. Wait. Okay, I do have these.
Did you hear that sound? I believe the gate is finally unlocked.
Yes.
That was anticlimactic. He could have at least included a flash, a bang, or a puff of smoke.
Let's head in before Ringabel has a chance to flap his gums again.
That sounds like a good plan to me. Let's go.
It's freezing in here. Even colder than it is outside.
Look at all those paintings.
Did we just stumble into an art gallery?
They all have a sort of forlorn look to them.
We don't have our... We don't have our ability that shows us... that is the problem here. We don't have the ability that shows us where everything is at. Or like how many treasures there are with this build. Can we save builds? I think we can. Yeah, maybe not. I thought we could. Set list. Save current settings. There we go. Look at that. Now, if we want to switch, we can. We can get rid of... Let's do this. If we're going to get rid of something, we'll get rid of Comeback Kid. We won't hit as hard. And we only really need to do it on him. It's... Where are you? Freelancer. Whoops. I'm looking for... Here we go. Divining Rod. Alright, now we know there are 4. Alright, so they attack with something that is magic, obviously. This is not going to work the best here. We can try it anyway. They don't have a lot of life. know why I do them in this order every time. I could just examine and then do it. Very easy. Hey, Raven, how's it going? That's one, and one we can't open. Honestly, we might be better off just using all in on this one. Getting there?
My, what a large portrait. Is that Lord DeRosso?
His wife was sure an attractive one. Oh, and it says something under the painting. Lester,
Say.
eldest son of the House of DeRosso, future clergyman of the Crystal Adventists
Oh, no.
and cardinal of the Crystal Orthodoxy. Born in the land of Eternia on a cold winter's day.
Okay, interesting.
So, that's his mother, not his beautiful young wife. And that little baby is Lord DeRosso.
Clergyman? Of the Crystal Adventists?
Is something the matter, Agnes?
The Crystal Adventists were the predecessors of the Crystal Orthodoxy. It is now known as the Old Faith. But it hasn't been practiced in over 2,400 years.
That's
How
a
could
long
he have been a
time.
member of the Adventist clergy?
It's very, very old.
According to this portrait, Lord DeRosso is incredibly old, even ancient.
Yes, indeed. For I was born of these frozen lands in a time some 2,400 years from this day.
And this portrait?
I was but an infant, as you can see. This is a reproduction, however. The original was lost long ago to fire.
Oh, that's sad.
And what of the part that reads, clergyman of the Crystal Adventists and cardinal of the Crystal Orthodoxy?
Yes. As Wind Vestal, you would be expected to take interest in such matters. But ere I delve into the matter of the Old Faith and the Orthodoxy, allow me to tell of the founding of this land.
Oh, it's a
As
night
you
of
may
exposition.
well know, this land had long been ruled by the Crystal Orthodoxy. However, 15 years passed, the Templar rose up and occupied their lands. Thus was the Duchy of Eternia born. Or so I expect you have been taught. However, the Templar did not found a new state. In truth, he restored an ancient dynasty.
He did?
Long before the Crystal Orthodoxy ruled this land, it was known as the Kingdom of Eternia. In a time 2,400 years past, Eternia was a bountiful land blessed with 4 distinct seasons. The highlands were not as lofty as they are today. People and ideas flowed freely from other lands.
Okay.
The kings of Eternia were protectors of the Earth Crystal and the Crystal Adventists, ruling in peace for
Winter,
generations.
winter, and winter.
To the west lay the castle of the House of DeRosso, hereditary dukes of Eternia with royal blood in their veins. Relations with the royal family were good, and ever did the kings of Eternia treat the dukes of our house with kindness. In return, the House of De Rosso did faithfully serve generations of Eternian kings.
And then he just disappears again. There are 4 seasons where, like, cold, colder, coldest, and then almost as cold, but with a little more humidity. More free stuff? More free stuff! Safety rate. Oh, nullifies death. We already had one of those. Probably going to need those at some point. Okay, we have missed a chest somewhere, so we've got to wander around for a little bit. Did the vampire bat just kill me? The dogs get a guaranteed counter for physicals. You'll want some. Oh! I haven't been using that at all. I've been using physical this whole time. They don't counter. So Dragon Cheese still kind of work on. Where is this? Ha! Blood Blade. Drain ability. That's cool, but I don't think I probably want to use it in here. When there's 2 dogs, we still take a little bit of damage, but not as bad. Alright, there are 2 on this floor. Hermes shoes. Hermes shoes are actually really great. We could be using those. Oh yeah, I had Hermes sandals. Raises agility. Greatly raises agility. Oh, this should be it. Yay! Master of one. We finally reached level 14 with one job. Frenetic fighting support ability. I should really switch his job. I don't want to, but I should. I would really need somebody else to have examine. If I did that. Does anyone else have that ability? If we go to Freelancer. Everybody gets examine as a first level. Alright, so if we change Tiz to something else, anything else. Let's say Swordmaster. Anything higher than that? Monk? Let's go ahead and finish out Monk. We'd want to put Ninja in here. We could change Tiz to Freelancer, but Freelancer doesn't get real strong until we've mastered a few more jobs, I think. We could remove this from her and put Freelancer as her secondary. Wait, what else do we get from Freelancer? Prayer. Chance-based abilities are 1.5 times more likely to succeed for 10 turns. Endure. Raise your physical defense and magic defense by 25% for 4 turns. Immune to poison. JP up. Okay, JP up might be worth going after. Lure enemy. Lure with right trigger cannot be used in areas without... Oh, that's like a super farming ability. And we could go ahead and get it. That way we have JP up if we wanted to put it on to do the rest of them. You're a freelancer now, kid. Way to go. We'll leave Ninja on there. And then your equipment. Divine Fists. No. Is that really going to be better? I guess it is. If that's the case, we don't really need the katana lore. We could put something else in place. We can put Comeback Kid back on. There's the other one. Black belt. Master's belt that raises critical rate. Whoops, I didn't necessarily mean to do that, but whatever. Okay, here we go again. Somebody dead knows somebody's charmed.
What magnificent vestments. This must be none other than Lord De Rosso.
Tis a portrait of my ordainment as Cardinal of the Orthodoxy. I was as yet... No, let us move on to other matters. I was born of the House of De Rosso, hereditary Dukes of Eternia. Blessed was my youth. My parents showered affection upon me, and I was beloved by the people. And the king bestowed favor upon me as well.
How funny that none of this has survived history.
Upon royal recommendation,
Like no one
I was
learns about
made a
history
cleric
around
of
here?
the Crystal Adventists, the Old Faith, in my 19th year. I devoted my body and soul to my clerical duties, for king, for kingdom, for faith. Sleep became an oft-missed luxury. But before long, a new tide began sweeping through the Crystal Adventists. There were those who wanted the clergy to control the four crystals of Luxendark, rather than local monarchies and temples. That belief formed the core of the Crystal Orthodoxy. The Eternian royal family, keepers of the Earth Crystal, immediately assented to this new way. I soon found myself appointed to the position of Cardinal in the Orthodoxy. Me, a mere cleric. Cardinal De Rosso. Those were my days of glory. Even now, the mere sound of the then-new title is dear to me. The Old Faith was remade entirely into the Crystal Orthodoxy, and the decision was made to elect a Grand Patriarch to rule. Thereupon, cardinals throughout the world gathered for a conclave to elect the first Grand Patriarch. Amid the conclave's maelstrom, I was approached by a cardinal who wished for me to vote for his choice. I suppose it was my youth and sincerity that made me reject the notion out of hand. But that was my downfall, for I was forced from the position of cardinal by the fraudulently elected Grand Patriarch. I had been but fervent in my beliefs and ideals. What I did only for the Orthodoxy and for the people of this world.
The Old Faith and the Orthodoxy. The Kingdom of Eternia and the Duchy. That was all a bit hard to follow.
I agree.
There are no major differences in teachings between the Old Faith and Orthodoxy. They both revere the four crystals. I have heard that the Adventists gave way to the new and truer ideas of the Orthodoxy and faded away.
No wonder the Old Faith was abandoned.
New and truer, is
Yet
it?
there is
But
more to
is
the
it
story.
true?
For history is not more than accounts recorded by the victorious. To solidify their power, the victors showered contempt upon the vanquished.
Mike is a bit weak. Oh, no.
So it was those
Wonder
who
what I
held
did
the
wrong.
reins of power within the Orthodoxy relentlessly pressed for the Adventists'
How's that?
eradication.
A little better?
No one recalls the words of the vanquished, if the victorious write them out of history. 'Tis as if they had never existed.
I'd been taught that the battle between the two faiths had been fierce, and in its wake, devastation persisting to
Good.
this day
Excellent.
covered all the lands.
That is an uncharacteristically accurate account for the Orthodoxy, save for their false reckoning of
Thank you.
time. It was after the Orthodoxy had begun ruling the world that the endless conflict with the Adventists began. I should know, for I was there to bear witness firsthand.
Lord De Rosso, how could you possibly be that old?
We gotta go back. Click over there. There we go. Audio. It is an unending battle. Yes. It's like, it's weird because you can never quite get the audio to just stay the same. You would think it wouldn't change. It would just stay the same all the time. But nope. Nope. Somehow it always gets changed. Ring a bell. You were sawing logs almost the entire time Lord De Rosso was speaking. Sawing logs? She means you were sleeping. Ah, so it was that obvious. Obvious? You were snoring like a bear. I was? You'll have to forgive me. Even I know that's really rude. That it is, even if that was an incredibly long bit of oratory. That's right, Ring a Bell. You were really rude. I mean, your snoring even woke me up. What? You mean you were sleeping too, Adia? Everybody was sleeping. It was a long stretch of speaking. There's at least one more left, right? Soul of Tamasa. Okay, we got another thing to figure out what it does. A divine amulet that greatly raises intelligence. We'll be using that later, I'm sure. I like the bats. We get lots of JP from fighting the 4 bats. I could use 3 or 4 of them. I'll just wear all of them around my neck at once.
This one shows a castle in flames.
A large army surrounds it. It looks as if it could fall at any moment.
Is this not this very castle? See, this is the western corridor right here.
There's another castle burning in the distance. It's near where Eternian's central command is today.
So then, that's the Orthodoxy's head temple in flames?
Did we miss a pat? We may have. I'll have to look at the map.
Nay, the distant castle in flames belonged to the King of Eternia, and the castle in the Four. 'Tis the abode of my family, the House of De Rosso.
But why? Why would such a terrible
He seems
thing...
like such a sad vampire guy, right?
The kingdom of Eternia was suddenly beset by a great host.
Like, for a
from another
vampire, he
land.
doesn't feel real villainous.
We would later come to know that it was a four-state coalition sent by order of the Crystal Orthodoxy. They had been told the King of Eternia sought a return to Adventism and was arming for war against the Orthodoxy. The Grand Patriarchy used this fiction to order a great muster of forces from across the lands. Alas, I failed to heed the many warning signs. I rejected the scheming Cardinal's choice for Grand Patriarch. But he succeeded in luring votes from other factions, and his became the ruling faction of the Grand
You've got a point there.
Patriarchy. It was they who wished to establish Crystal Orthodoxy as the uncontested world religion. Under their orders, the castle of the Eternian King was besieged. It fell in mere weeks. Before long, the great host was at the gates of our castle, and my father lay brutally murdered. The water supply was poisoned, and the Orthodoxy's forces drew an ironclad ring around the castle. By then, the castle sheltered naught but the elderly, the
Isn't a
young,
villain
the
now.
wounded.
That's
There
what it
was
feels
no
like,
hope of
yes.
resistance. I was forced to sue for peace, even offering my own mother as hostage per their demands. Yet that failed to break the siege.
He doesn't seem like the kind of guy who'd bite
placed their
anybody.
faith in my family and me slowly starved to death. It was then that a letter arrived from a man. That man was the Cardinal, who had sought to influence my vote. The Fiend was now the officer in charge of the attack. He wrote that he would not accept
The most
my
important
surrender.
part of immortality
Such was
is
the
compound
hatred he
interest.
bore for me. Such hatred that he was willing to let countless innocents die. My mother had been murdered. Our castle was consumed in flames. That is the painting you see here.
How could the Orthodoxy do such a thing?
Having some second thoughts on your role, Agnes? It does look like we missed a little room over there. Oh no! I'm pretty sure you just killed your own person there. Way to go. Need to be true. Otherwise, boredom will get to you too. Oh, new items. That's what that is. Oh man, I'm gonna drop the encounter rate down before I run back. 'Cause that's a long way back. Just to fulfill the map. The tiny little space that I missed. I imagine that every day. may actually have to buy some more Phoenix Downs at some point. This is a very tall castle. Dwarven gloves. We already have one pair of dwarven gloves. Yes. It seems like it would be a cheaper option, wouldn't it? You know what? That didn't work super well. Let's go back to more seasons. It works okay on these groups. They'll take a little damage, but not too much. Going Phoenix. Yes. Here, the problem with immortality is that the longer you live, the greater the likelihood that you will become buried alive comes to being 100%. Hyper bracers. Man, there's all kinds of good stuff in this castle. I feel a little bad that we're stealing everything from this guy who seems perfectly nice. Did I miss them? I must have missed them. Hyper bracers. Greatly raise strength. That raises dexterity. Have some hyper stuff. If I could read faster. Hyper bracers. Some Phoenix up. It's crisp and clean with no caffeine. Try yourself a Phoenix up.
Look!
So here's
Such
the question
fierce
becomes,
flames.
are you immortal or are you eternal?
Though I wish not to remember that day, it is indelibly etched upon my mind.
How did you survive?
The Orthodoxy lay siege yet would accept no surrender. My mother, father, relatives, and my people lay dead. It was then I set our castle ablaze. But as the flames began to lick my body, something slipped into me. Betrayed by the precepts I believed in, was I not bitter? Robbed of my beloved homeland, my dearest of kin, my people, slain. Amid such despair, Was I content to simply welcome death? Nay, I heard a voice. Accept me, and I shall grant life everlasting. Though it shall be filled with grief, thou shalt have all eternity to wreak vengeance upon thine enemies.
Wait, so who was the voice?
Did I forge a dark pact with some fiendish entity that day? Or was it a rebirth, triggered by a future me reaching back to the past?
Oh, okay. Could have been.
Panicked upon failing to find my body, the Orthodoxy chose to denounce my family and me as ghoulish vampires. Thus have I been living in a mortal existence ever since.
Then the name Vampire Castle is...
A lie that has been perpetrated by the Orthodoxy for some 2,400 years. Though it is true I am immortal, I am no vampire. I find the smell of blood too revolting to ever drink it.
Oh, well, there we go.
Having said that, I have done naught to quell the rumors. In truth, I endeavored to embellish them. My ability to transform myself into a bat and grow these fangs are the fruits of many years. Long, long years of effort. Tell me, O Vestal of the Wind, what does the Crystal Orthodoxy have to say about the passing of the first Grand Patriarch?
He chose the second Grand Patriarch and prayed for peace and the well-being of the faithful as he passed peacefully from this world.
But that's not at all what happened.
Passed peacefully from this world, you say? I know the truth to be far
True
different.
demon guy we haven't seen yet.
What do you mean?
We already defeated Golbez,
The
now we gotta
first
find
Grand
Zeronis.
Patriarch was assassinated, along with his Archbishop, the man who had been my bane. The assassin himself tells you this. There is no other truth. That was when I forsook this land. Soon after, sightings of the vampire Lester de Rosso began to crop up throughout the world. I became a veritable Duke of Darkness, forging ties with those bearing hatred toward the Orthodoxy, and those it had oppressed. I was the enemy of man, the hated and feared vampire. But more than that, I was known as the arch-enemy of the Orthodoxy. And after some 500 years, a fateful encounter with one whom you all know well. No. Let us leave the matter for another time.
By which I mean on the next floor. See there, yeah, exactly. Two kinds of immortality. Unable to die by aging. But you can be killed. That's great. You know, that's okay. Because then you could off yourself if you really need to. Utterly unable to die. Terrifying in concept. One of the things you have to think about too is, are you like Captain Jack, right? Like, do you stay the same forever if you die and you come back? Are you like locked in time so you never change physically? Or am I immortal but my body continues aging forever? Because that would be truly horrifying. Yes they are. Two on this floor. You already missed one. Oh, did I ever change it back to 100%? I need to change it back to 100%. Yes. The one in the wheelchair? That's like an old shriveled worm looking. Whoops, not 200%. That's craziness. Magic armlets. I'm assuming those are going to be for our mages and not for us. Ow! What? That was insane! I'm very sad. Elder Gun, how's it going? Thank you very much for re-following, I hope. Luckily, we didn't guess that back super far. Oh, here's some serious craziness right here. What if we just do this? Oh, I thought I put black magic on him. I did not. Well, let's try it. Let's try it one more time. See how it Chocolate with nuts. I didn't realize that was the name of it. There's our magic armlet back. One more level in Ninja for Adia. Lamia's Tiara. An intricate tiara that nullifies charm. Okay, that's fun. Who should equip that? Tiz keeps getting charmed. Is it... How does it stack up to the... Oh, it's way better than the red cap. It lowers our attack value a little bit, but everything, lots of other stuff go up. That's good. I like it. No more charming for kids. Alright, one more level for each of them also. It is definitely better for the non-dogs.
field landscape?
Here I am
It
again.
represents the long and hard-fought war between the Orthodoxy and we denizens of darkness. For 500 years, my thirst for vengeance remained unsated. It had also been 500 years since the Orthodoxy had been founded. The world was in the midst of an age of seafaring and piracy.
Our
Compared to the
pirates.
great exchange of ideas and information, the once hallowed Orthodoxy began to lose its luster. The authority of the Grand Patriarch and the Orthodoxy itself began to wane. Fearing irrelevancy, the Grand Patriarchy acted rashly to regain its authority.
Oh, they're gone.
This led to
I'm
the
sorry.
unusual
What's been going
decision
on?
to select a commoner, the gifted young Yuliana, for an important task.
Yuliana? Sage Yuliana?
Before he was a sage, obviously.
Yes, indeed. At age 20, the young
Wait, what?
Yuliana became High Inquisitor of the Crystal Orthodoxy.
It's hard to believe he ever was young.
It was no laughing matter, for there was no one more skilled at rooting out enemies of the faith than he. The shadowy ones, those who had been working against the Orthodoxy, were crushed by the host he led.
Oh man.
In the several decades that saw
I'm
him
gonna have to give
age,
you a
I
call.
cannot count
I
the
gotta
number
find
of
out- I gotta
times
know
we
what's
have
going
crossed
down.
swords, he and I. In the great battle waged on the Karka Plain,
If you-
the
has your
might of
number
our
changed at
clashing
all, or should I
forces
call it-
rent the very earth
Give you a call
into
tomorrow
vast
on the
rift.
same number I already have.
You mean the rift under Ison Bridge?
In the battle at the foot of Mount Fragmentum, our armies smote the mountain to its very roots.
So that's how that ravine was created.
And in the battle fought on the Harina Plain, the once fertile earth was reduced to desolation. The loss of that fertile plain is believed to have ushered in the downfall of the Harina dynasty.
To think any sort of battle could change the face of the Earth so...
We fought our final battle 1800 years ago on the Norende Heights in the land of Kaldisla.
The Norende Heights? That's where the Great Chasm opened up!
In the end, Yuliana, High Inquisitor of the Crystal Orthodoxy, utterly defeated me. Lord De Rosso, leader of the Shadows.
You were defeated? But you're here with us today.
Yes, well, there was more to that final battle than meets the eye. You see, I ceded the glory of victory to young Yuliana that day. Yuliana returned triumphantly to... And when the Templar attacked the head temple 15 years past, it is said they found... Ever dreading the darkness and my
What?
return, the Orthodoxy
I don't know why it
kept those
keeps doing that.
duplicitous remains under arcane seal for over 1,000 years.
Oh, I am sorry as well, man. That hurts to hear. That's been rough.
'Tis a tale replete with irony, is it not?
I don't want to. I don't want to think that you really don't have that luck. I think you can come through. That may be just wishful thinking, but that's what I want to believe. Okay, so I have your number. I'll give you a call tomorrow for sure. Is there any specific time that's better than others? Oh, Saturdays? I can give you a call on Saturday. Oh, that is good, I guess. Oh, well, congrats to her. Dang. That's great news. Great news amongst the terrible news. So here's my thought. Here's my thoughts on that. I fully believe that healing is possible through prayer. I truly do. And I unfortunately it has been misused a lot, to the point where some people, people they'll say stuff like, oh, you must not have had enough faith. And I don't believe that's the case. I never believe that's the case. That there are workings and machinations in the plan that we are not privy to. And so my prayer is always that, His will is done. And sometimes that doesn't feel great for us, but that's always what I pray. Good night. That's crazy to me. If it's something that has to be done, it feels like they should do it. It should be your choice whether or not to accept the risk. I can't tell what's in this picture.
That is Sage Juliana.
Yes, indeed. No one would mistake such a man for young.
Sounds
now.
good. I will make sure I call you on Saturday.
Having put down the blood-sucking Lord De Rosso, bane of the Crystal Orthodoxy,
Here, they'd
he
still
became
try.
the first ever commoner to become an
I
archbishop.
wish that was the way it was.
Perhaps it was a small honor they threw his way, for he was already 101 years old and would not long count among the living.
That makes it sound despicable.
Agreed. The truth is, however, that was when Juliana's plot was at its most clever.
The Sage's plot? What was he plotting?
Oh, yikes.
He was taking measures to separate you Vestals and the faithful among the people from the Orthodoxy's corruption.
Oh, cool.
After
That's
serving
good.
some 80 years,
Sorry, story-wise,
he
that's
had
good.
witnessed firsthand how corrupt the institution had become. Should nothing be done, it would not be long before the putrid poison would do harm to the most innocent of the faith. So it was he vowed to rid the Orthodoxy of the source of this poison, the concentration of power.
But how?
For the great feat of defeating me, Juliana had been made Archbishop, but in name only. But such was not key to his plot. Timing was the key. The proper time to separate the Vestals and the faithful from the Orthodoxy.
And just what timing would that be?
The great upthrust of the Eternian Highlands. At the time, the Highlands were not so formidable as they are today. But a colossal movement of earth and rock thrust the Highlands to lofty heights, thereby isolating Eternia from the world.
Hold on a moment. He was waiting for the Earth to move? How could he have known when such an event would take place?
I shall tell you in time. For now, I will say this. Juliana bided his time till the Orthodoxy was cut off from the world. And at last, it happened. The Highlands ringing Eternia did thrust up to about half its height today. The Orthodoxy ruled Eternia now found itself completely isolated, for this was an age preceding the airship. And while the Earth Crystal remained in their keep, control of the crystals of fire, water, and wind was returned to their respective temples. This, what you believe to be the true form of crystalism, is the fruit of Juliana's efforts.
That was the sage's doing? I won't ever call him a miserable old lech again.
Except he is kind of a miserable old lech. It is not. I was accidentally still on my all-out fighting mode here. Forgot to turn it off.
What is
Or
that glowing
exposition.
jewel-like object? I could swear I've seen something like that before.
I believe you have seen a similar sight countless times. It is known
If you
as
enjoy
an
it,
asterisk.
you should be.
An asterisk? As in those objects we possess?
Should be try to
Yes,
do
indeed.
as much as what,
The
of what
second
you
stage
can
in
enjoy
Juliana's
as you
plot
can.
against the Orthodoxy's authority
We spend
was to
enough of our
deprive them
lives
of the
doing
power
things
to
that other
grant
people want us
vocations.
to or that we have to do for responsibility. Not nearly
Grant
enough
vocations?
doing things just because
I'm
we enjoy
afraid
them.
I don't follow.
Before Juliana intervened, special approval was required to change vocations within the Crystal Orthodoxy. In this way, the institution grew rich through fat profits they called alms.
Stupid alms.
Oh, so the Orthodoxy cornered the job market and the fees to participate therein.
In layman's terms, yes. But Juliana exposed this fact before the reigning Grand Patriarch. It was then
but they
that
didn't like
Juliana
that.
approached panicked high officials and the Grand Patriarch himself with a proposal of pure genius. He showed them a stone known as an asterisk, saying the granting of vocation should be based on it, overseen by the Orthodoxy. Those who sought such vocations would apply to the Orthodoxy and pay a fair price. Anyone with the means to pay could thus learn a new job.
That's no different from the old system where people had to pay alms.
No different indeed. But the Grand Patriarch and his officials had not but the material profits of the Orthodoxy in mind.
Doctor sent me for a sleep study, then changed it to a nitration test. So now the insurance won't. Oh no. Oh, and everyone went quiet. You would think that they would be required to, or the stupid doctor would be like, okay, well then let's do a sleep study and then we'll do the other test. If that, it frustrates me to no end, and it always has, that insurance gets to dictate your health care. It's colon cancer. Ugh. No offense or anything. I'm glad I don't live there. I think there's a lot of people here who wish they didn't live here. You know, I used to like to think of myself as a patriot and happy, like glad to be an American. And tell you what, I to an extent I still am. The problem is the system that I'm happy to be a part of has disappeared.
Hence, they accepted Juliana's proposal
Exactly.
without question,
I still love America.
even appointing
It
him
just
to the
needs to
important
be
position
better.
of overseeing the new asterisk system.
I fail to see how that really changed anything.
Well, it did far more than you would guess, for he was the only one who knew how to make the asterisk stones.
Why, that wily old fox?
So it was Juliana robbed the Orthodoxy of its authority to grant jobs and took it for himself.
Can't help idiots. There are so many of them. I do think I have always thought that America is a great country, and I'm proud to be here, and I'm proud to be a part of it. And one of my greatest regrets is that I never served. So there we go. There's an admission that will stay on the internet forever. I never served in the military, and I do regret that. But there are plenty of other things we can do to try to make our country better, and I hope that we will keep working at it.
What of the Orthodoxy's profits? Wouldn't they demand Juliana transfer the proceeds to their coffers?
Juliana was long gone. Abandoning the seat of Archbishop, he fled with his knowledge of the asterisk craft. He also took arms and armor the Orthodoxy had seized from around the world, items of such power that their use was forbidden. He took them all and sealed them away in a hidden location.
Won't bait into politics. That's fine. That's fine. We don't have to get into politics. I feel like the whole, like what we're saying here, I feel like the whole system has a lot of problems. I don't love our system. I think it can still, it's still better than a lot of other systems, but it could be improved. There's a lot of improvements that can be made.
They now lie secreted away against the day the Orthodoxy's tyranny or some other impending doom threatens the people.
Well, I don't want you to die soon at all. But if you have to go, I do want you to go happy. I think that's what the best that we can all hope for is happy and peaceful. Talked to 3 recruiters, and I was turned down by all of them because found out my asthma. Oh man. I talked to a recruiter, and my dad was in the military, and when I was 18, he pretty much said, "Don't do it." He said, you have too much future, and that the military really screwed him up. The military did not take care of. My dad's a Vietnam era vet. He did not actually fight or go to Vietnam, but he was a Vietnam era vet, and the military really did a number on a lot of people from that time.
He then hid himself in Yuliana Woods until those who knew him reached the end of their natural lives. But that did not take long, for I led the forces of the shadows to ensure their swift demise. I had always believed the Crystal Orthodoxy required not but the crystals, the Vestals, and the faithful. With the institution free of corruption, I returned to my homeland of Eternia after a 700-year absence. Where my family's castle once stood, I built a fortress of ice from whence I have been watching over the Orthodoxy's head temple. Meanwhile, Yuliana retired to that land to tend to the Vestals, but you know of that better than I.
Say Juliana.
All right, we're getting close to the end of this. It looks like he's sitting up there on his throne. Sheesh. 90 pounds of parachute never jump. Never even got to choose a tactic here. Hours. Whew. So we can know why he needs to kill us. Does he want to kill us, or is he gonna kill us, or is he just like, now I need to know that you're strong enough? That's a rod. We're not using rods currently. But the Lilith rod that casts single target Aspire. Oh, that's funny. Let's rest in this tent. Stay in the tent. We all definitely want a great laugh. We are so close to maxing ninja on everyone.
I commend you for making it this far.
Wait, the food channel turned to the hunger channel. Got banned at 8 a.m. this morning for who knows how long. Their food shows. What could they have done? I don't know. Maybe they cooked up an endangered animal or something. AI moderation, probably.
Oh, no more paintings?
The final painting lies beyond this throne. I shall reveal it to you if you defeat me in battle.
Ah, okay. We get to see the final painting now. But we have to fight him first.
The last test is a test of strength. I shall only reveal the painting to those whom I deem worthy.
Wait, we already fought all your dragons?
One might also say that there is no need for those who are unworthy to lay their eyes upon
I never question our robot overlords. At least, really, 24/7, then change to 3-day weekends. Man, Elder Gun, we've known each other a long time now. A long time.
But be forewarned, I am a formidable foe. I trust you are well prepared.
Let us do battle. Look at his cool sword. Let's see how well Dragon Cheese works on him. Oh, I should probably examine him, though. Ow. Didn't work super great. That hurt. I don't really need to use that. This and an attack. He's weak to light. Let's give somebody the Excalibur. Oh! I didn't even see it. Well, that's weird. Evidently, I've closed my thing that tells me when things happen. I'm sorry. But Elder God, thank you very much. Made data centers pointless? Maybe, but still not profitable. Data centers. What is the... Okay, what are we doing here? Abilities. Use this. Keep pure eyeing. Just his this time. We're doing this one a little slower. Just trying to be safe. Oh, I still haven't given anybody the Excalibur sword. Miss being the DJ. Oh, those were the days, right? The whole back cracked from a sneeze. Sometimes I get these, like, when I sneeze, it feels like all of my joints suddenly are in horrible pain. It's terrible. Terrible. terrible I say. The Excalibur is the only thing I know that I have that is light based. He's too slow. That was a big hit. How are we doing? Oh, we're ripping him to pieces. On Linux, you can even set them up to run in terminal. Say in plain English what done it will do it. Gotta love Linux. That is always going to be the problem. You know, when they first introduced like robots and stuff in the workplace, all the way back with making cars with robots, they were like, you're going to make more money because we make more cars, and your life is going to be easier. And then they just laid people off because the only people who are really going to make more money are the people at the very top. With new job comes new insurance. Union insurance. Ooh. The last round, we got one more ahead of us, it looks like. Yes.
How can this be? The immortal Lester De Rosso has been defeated?
Well, it was 4-on-1, so we kind of cheated. We got no experience or Peach out of that, but 999 JP is great. A nightmare pillow. Wait, did I not hear what? You got the vampire asterisk. Absorbs stats and abilities when attacking. Learns the abilities of monsters. Favors daggers, rods, and staves. Genome drain. Oh yeah, he is immortal, so it shouldn't matter. He's not dead. We just beat him up.
I am a man of my word.
I am a man of
Behold,
constant
the final
sorrow.
painting.
I've seen trouble all my days. You'll need charm in order to get a genome. Show us the final painting.
This painting.
It is the angel descended from the heavens during my final battle against Juliana.
An angel?
When we last did battle 1800 years ago, the battle raged 100 days. The mountains of Norende
That's a long
rent
time ago.
asunder. Knowing the battle was reaching its end, I mustered the last of my strength to cast my greatest of spells. As my final attack surged forth, the angel did descend from the skies over Norende.
But we can only get charm
Are you
before
sure it
the
was an
end
angel?
of this chapter?
Verily so, for there are no other words to describe her. For a moment, Juliana and I stood captivated. Before we realized it, our struggle was forgotten. We both tended to the angel. But the angel lost her light.
Oh,
her
the
wings were
genome.
shattered
Okay,
and her
okay.
body torn asunder. There seemed little hope she would live. When she came to her senses, she trembled with fear. Yet with little remaining strength in her body, she made unto us an appeal.
What appeal? What did the angel say to you?
Ere she passed from this world, she slipped in and out of consciousness over many a day. In between ever-growing periods of unconsciousness, it was all she could do to mutter incoherently. A trap most vile, such a fool am I, the warriors of light, if it's not too late. These she would repeat over and over. When she did come to her senses, she would speak of the calamity that had befallen her. She spoke of how Luxembourg was on the brink of doom, and spoke with precision of the events that has heralded its coming. She herself was surprised to find that she knew of details of our past, and events of the future as well. The struggle between the old faith and orthodoxy, the tragedy that would befall my family, my immortality, even events of the distant future.
The distant future?
Yes, for the angel spoke of events that have not come to pass even now. Events that await you in your future.
Oh, good thing they wrote it in
She
the diary.
told of a bringer of evil who would appear in the guise of one friendly to the Vestals and seduce them into unleashing chaos in the name of awakening the crystals. This evil one would destroy Luxembourg by piercing the boundary that protects this world. And the opening of a great rift that sunders the earth shall herald its coming.
The Great Chasm.
The angel told of many other omens ere the great chasm would open. The light of earth shall raise up the north, and a deathly plague shall cover all the lands. Then shall a great rift rend the earth. She then entrusted me with a certain task, one that only an immortal such as I could fulfill.
What sort of task could only an immortal fulfill?
That I cannot say, for she swore me to secrecy. But thereupon she quietly passed from this world. For 3 days and 3 nights, my former mortal enemy Juliana and I spoke of what had transpired. Ultimately, we vowed to join forces to prepare for the coming doom of which the angel had foretold.
Oh, somebody already said time's up, but also thank you. We had to go through this whole thing. Was that it? I feel like there should be more. Whoops. Sorry, didn't mean to get into this fight. Oh wait, we didn't want to do this. Well, I can get charmed tomorrow. What'd you get for going full screen? People might die here, but oops. It'll be worth it just to get through this. Leave me in peace. Okay. Oh.
Lord
Well, I thought I was
DeRosso,
going to talk to this guy now.
there is one last matter I fail to understand.
Why Yuliana and I forgave the rebel Templar, even rendering him aid?
Yes.
Yuliana and I conspired in a masquerade. He rose through the Orthodoxy's ranks for vanquishing me, and I went into hiding. That was when the first of the Angel's omens came to be. The lands ringing Eternia began to rise. While the second omen, the plague, had not yet come to pass, we continued to watch over the crystals and the Orthodoxy. So did 1,700 years pass in relative peace, save for a handful of suspicious crises surrounding the crystals. It was not till 30 years ago that the omens returned as if out of legend. First, the lands ringing Eternia began to rise once more. 10 years later, the Great Plague struck, whereupon I knew the Great Chasm was coming. It was then that we began our preparations to strike. It was evident from this series of events that the crystals were involved in some manner. Before the appearance of the Great Chasm, we would assault the temples and seize the crystals. We readied our forces for this plan. I entrusted the task to the Templar, a
Because
former
nobody would
cleric of the
believe if
Orthodoxy.
he just told them all.
He was
what
also
going
to
on.
lead the newly mustered host.
Oh, Father.
While far from infallible, that was the best response I could manage for the coming of the Great Chasm. But I was soon faced with another problem, for the Orthodoxy began conspiring to hold the grand ritual in a bid to regain authority.
The grand ritual? But that is forbidden! It raises the energy long accumulated within a crystal to a cataclysmic level!
Oh no! Not a
Indeed,
cataclysmic level.
And the Templar feared the heavy toll it would exact upon the crystal. He counseled us to dispatch our forces to the head temple with the greatest of haste. Were we to overlook the grand ritual and focus upon the coming Great Chasm? Or was the ritual the event that would bring upon the chasm? To wait or attack? The Templar and I could not agree, and so it was. He alone decided to lead a great host against the head temple and the Temple of the Crystal.
That is why my father did what he did?
As I have said
Now you
before,
know.
the Templar is not the sort to send troops into battle over private matters, be they concerned with his wife or not. We threw our backing behind the Templar-led forces. Forever did we believe in his tireless resolve and action. And though the one we backed is the one you have defeated, that is perhaps but a small link in the great chain of events of which the angel foretold.
It only gets worse from here. Rest in a tent. Stay. All right. Here we go, finally. Just a little bit over. Thank you very much for joining me. I hope you enjoyed this this evening's stream of Bravely Default Flying Fairy HD Remaster. We will be back tomorrow night to continue right where we're leaving off. Thank you again. I hope to see you soon. Until next time, as always, stay sharp and be excellent to each other.